Different type of video today, everybody. Code Red, the Steel Ball Run teaser trailer is officially out. I'm gonna go over the teaser trailer, so if you haven't seen it or don't plan on watching it, you know, warning, this is your chance. But first, I wanted to mention, I'm an anime only. I know next to nothing about Steel Ball Run. All I know about Steel Ball Run for certain is that majority of you who comment on my videos, you all absolutely love Steel Ball Run. To all you manga readers who are watching this video, you are also unabashedly vocal about how much you all love Steel Ball Run. And now that the teaser trailer is out, I get to have a little snippet, a little glance as to what you all seem to love. So I'm gonna go over this trailer and point out some things that caught my eye. So the first scene we get is this guy who appears to be important. He seems to be like the director or the commissioner of this entire race. Pretty evidently a very important character. He appears in multiple frames of this teaser trailer, yet I've never heard of him. I don't know what his name is. I don't know what he does. Thankfully, I've been spoiler free. Pretty much all I can tell about this character is based off the design, and it doesn't really tell me much. He gives me a little bit of like Stroheim vibes. The very next frame here is actually very important for the uninformed anime only community such as myself. We have a date, September of 1890, which is interesting because Phantom Blood of the original JoJo's universe took place in, I believe, like the 1880s. However, I've been informed by you all that this JoJo's universe has nothing to do with the last one, nothing at all. So even though they take place around the same time, Phantom Blood 1880s, Steel Ball Run 1890, I don't think that particularly matters at all because I don't think that they're not in the same universe. However, what I'm more interested in this screenshot is San Diego to New York. And later on, I already showed the screenshot. We see the roadmap of what appears to be the race. And the first thing that pops into my head when I see this is this world building is about to be incredible. The world building in JoJo's has consistently been one of the best aspects. So when I see something like this and I see a roadmap laid out from one coast of the United States to the other with presumably places of interest marked out in blue stars, I can't help but be excited. The next scene that I want to talk about is this, where Gyro appears to get into an altercation with a character that looks like a nobody, to be honest. Doesn't appear to be a stand, and it leads me to something I want to mention. I didn't see semblance of stands at all in this teaser trailer. Don't know what that's about. I still think that stands are going to be present in part 7. Can't see them really getting rid of stands, but with the entire concept of part 7 being a horse race, it makes me wonder if stand fights are going to be less prevalent. In the next scene of the trailer, we see Johnny, who looks phenomenal, by the way. I definitely noticed that the designs in this trailer look top tier, but I almost just want to chop that up to a Rocky getting better as an artist, because I think that as the series goes along, the designs have gotten better and better. A couple guys in the back have Steel Ball Run hats, but they don't look that important. Maybe they are. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Also, Johnny's in a wheelchair. I did not know this about Johnny. I knew about Johnny the character. I knew how he looked in the manga. I still like how he looks in the anime. But again, what I did not know about him is the fact that he's in a wheelchair. As an anime only, I don't know what put him in this wheelchair. I mean, it's gonna be a crucial element to his character, of course. We see in the trailer alone him bringing up he wants to ride horses again. He wants to be able to walk. I just think it's cool. Pretty inclusive. Araki's characters, as diverse as anime characters can get, honestly. Next scene, we have an up close of Gyro Zebeli and grills that say his last name on it. I think that's a very unnecessary flex, but also very much needed because the Zebelis are back. One of my favorite characters in JoJo's is a Zebeli, and I hear constant talk about Gyro, right? When I read my comment section, people always mention how Gyro is the best JoBro. When I got done watching part 2, I said Caesar is my favorite JoBro. People said just wait until Gyro. When I got done with part 5, I said update, Bruno is now my favorite JoBro, and still I had people saying just wait until Gyro. Well, I won't have to wait much longer until we get Gyro. The expectations I have for Gyro are through the roof. The very next scene, we have Diego Brando. I am so glad that these lineages, these families, the Joestars, the Zebelis, Brandos, they are still in this new universe. I couldn't be happier. And again, this might be my favorite design of the entirety of the trailer so far. He's wearing a hat that says Dio on it, obviously homage to the most iconic character in the entire series. But his horse has a Joestar birthmark. I don't know what that's about, but I've got my eye on that horse. Also, at this point in the trailer, we start figuring out just how high the stakes of this race are. They mention the winner becoming a world-renowned hero. They talk about this race like it's the One Piece. Based off this trailer alone, I don't really understand why it's such an important race. I don't understand what the prize of it is, but they say it's a race the likes of which the world has never seen before. Obviously, we see the amount of people that are in this. Gyro's in it, Johnny, Diego, they're all competing in this. So not only am I interested in seeing what the prize is, but also what is everybody's individual motive for taking part in this race. Why is Gyro in this race? Why does Diego want to win it? Obviously, we got a glimpse as to why Johnny wants to win it. We also see Lucy around here petting Steven's head, and the only reason I know who Lucy and Steven even are, and the only reason I know their name is because I looked up their voice actors. When I watched this trailer on first glance, I thought that she would be like Johnny's love interest. It wasn't until the rewatch where I realized that's Steven in the picture. I don't particularly trust Steven. Again, maybe it's because he reminds me of Stroheim, but the trailer ends with a race starting off and Johnny saying, "This is a story of how I began to walk." Overall, my thoughts on this teaser trailer, again, as somebody who has not read Steel Ball Run, I don't know what's gonna happen. I think it was great. I think what I can appreciate the most from this trailer is the fact that I still have a lot of questions. I'm not somebody who particularly watches trailers or teasers because I always think that I might get spoiled watching them. But for an anime only, this was great. And I'm sure that even manga readers probably caught on to stuff that an anime only would not have. Show off the character designs, the animation, the gist of the story, and don't really give too much information. I still am left in the dark as to why you all love this arc so much. That's not to say that I think it's gonna be bad, of course. It's just something that I'm gonna have to understand when I watch it. And I'm sure that when I watch it, you know, JoJo's has never let me down. I'm sure I'll understand why so many of you hold this arc in such high regard. But also, I guess the last thing I wanted to do is address some of the criticisms because unfortunately, sometimes I do use Twitter. I saw people already complaining about the animation, and that is just like, so it's beyond me. I don't understand it because to me, I look at this trailer and I'm like, this is how JoJo's has always looked. This looks no worse than Stone Ocean, than Golden Wind. I don't see the problem with any of the animation. I saw people mentioning CGI. If CGI was used in this trailer, I certainly didn't notice it. If you're not following Fire Force, then David Animations recently came out with one of the best adapted episodes of the year. So David Animations, they have my trust. I'm not sure. Maybe that's just a Twitter moment. Maybe I gotta get off that app. But finally, the final frame of the trailer and what we're all hyped about is that it is confirmed to come out in 2026. I just recently started watching JoJo, so I've never been present for any of like the waiting periods. I know that you JoJo's fans have been waiting for years. Like I'm aware, okay? I'm not ignorant to the fact. I'm lucky. All I can ask for at this point is for them to not mess up the launch. I heard that when Stone Ocean was airing, they botched it. They were releasing it in batches. I heard it was delayed. This JoJo's part has been too hyped up, in my opinion. In my eyes, it has been too hyped up to have it messed up by factors that are not pertinent to the story. But I don't even want to speak that into existence. I'm just happy that Steel Ball Run is releasing. It's releasing soon. It looks great. For the most part, I've been vastly unspoiled. I don't know what all this hype is about, and I'm gonna go into it pretty much blind. I'm sorry if I don't respond to a lot of comments under this video because I really do want to avoid getting spoiled, even accidentally. And I want the comment section to be almost like a safe space for manga readers because I know that if there's anybody who is hyped for Steel Ball Run, it is the manga readers. The anime only, such as myself, we don't understand what all the hype is about. I simply hear that it's peak, but it's the manga readers that know it's peak. So I'm just very happy right now, and I'm very happy for all you JoJo's fans that have stuck along for way longer than I, that finally get to see Steel Ball Run come out. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. This was an amazing trailer. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe, and take care, everybody. Peace.